Ladies and gentlemen, I am Mr. Chris Mannering, principal at John Glenn High School. I welcome you this day for the John Glenn High School commencement ceremony. I would like to announce that after the recessional, seniors will be located near the auxiliary gym outside of the fence. And now, staying seated, would you please prepare for the processional of the John Glenn High School class of 2023.
Graduates, please be seated. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Matt Shula, the president of class of 2023, and on behalf of the John Glenn High School and the members of the senior class, we welcome you to our annual commencement ceremony. We are privileged to have all of you in attendance this evening to honor and recognize the class of 2023. Before tonight's program begins, the class of 2023 requests that the audience remain seated throughout the entire ceremony until the graduates have completed the recessional. Finally, we ask that you silence all electronic devices in order to preserve an atmosphere of honor and respect. I now welcome Mr. Brown to the stage.
Good evening. I'm Ronald Brown, the assistant principal here at John Glenn High School. At this time, would the senior chorale and band members make your way to your respected groups? We congratulate the class of 2023 for placing an importance on hard work, dedication to academic studies. Now would you please stand and join us as the John Glenn Chorale sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. At this time, I'd like to introduce to you the people sharing this stage and field this day. Mr. Christopher Winchell, Superintendent of John Glenn School Corporation. Mr. Tim Davis, Director of Learning Student Services at John Glenn School Corporation. Mr. Christian Maddox, President of the John Glenn School Board of Trustees. Mr. Jared Eggert, Vice President of John Glenn School Board of Trustees. Mr. Bob Borlick, Secretary of John Glenn School Board of Trustees. Mr. Ryan Knowlton, member of the John Glenn School Board of Trustees. Mrs. Christine Carson, member of the John Glenn School Board of Trustees. Mr. Todd McGoy, member of the John Glenn School Board of Trustees. Ms. Krissa Smith, member of the John Glenn School Board of Trustees. Now our counselors, Ms. Angie Forsman, Mrs. Danya Hudgens, Mrs. Sarah Rippey, and our class sponsors for the class of 2023, Mrs. Julie Parent and Mr. Randy Smith. Scattered throughout the crowd are many teachers, staff members of John Glenn High School, and to many of you who have come from near and far we are especially glad that you are here this day. Welcome again. At this time, we'd like to recognize those students going into military service. Finally, I would like to identify the students in this senior class who have made the commitment to serve in the different branches of the United States military. Those of you who have made this commitment to protect our freedoms, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. You may be seated.
Once again, welcome to the class of 2023 commencement. I welcome all the parents, grandparents, siblings, extended families, faculty, community members, and all the stakeholders here with us this evening. We have a beautiful night here at John Hostrauser Field. We are very excited to have everyone here this evening. Sitting before you this evening are seniors that have completed the journey of a high school diploma from John Glenn High School. They are our special guests this evening, and I could not be more proud of each of these students. These are high-character young adults, an excellent example of what it means to be a John Glenn Falcon. Commencement is the culmination of 4 years of high school. The journey starts in kindergarten and continues to the middle school years. And finally, you get to high school and end up in front of all of us this evening. I tell every class at the start of freshman year that these 4 years will go extremely fast. Most of the freshmen do not believe me. But when they start their senior year, the look on their faces is evident of how time sure flies. You build relationships with your peers, develop relationships, and build those with your teachers, and develop into the young adults on the cusp of receiving their diploma. You share experiences in the classroom, on the stage, on a mat, on a court, on a track, on a diamond, and on this very field. These memories will last a lifetime. Two of my closest friends from my years in high school are graduates with me. One lives in Chicago and another in North Carolina. When we get together, which does not happen very often, we always end up talking about memories from our 4 years in high school. We all now have children of our own that are in school, and it has been great to see our kids to start to develop relationships. Today we're here to celebrate these fine young adults sitting before us. In front of you are future doctors, lawyers, tradesmen and women, nurses, educators, firefighters, police officers, members of the military, agriculture developers, entrepreneurs, and so many more professions. I am so proud to say that I am the principal of John Glenn High School. These young men and women are ready to take the next step in their journey. We are in excellent hands with the future. I am so proud of these seniors. They are the embodiment of what it means to be a John Glenn Falcon. We preach to the students to do their very best and strive for excellence at John Glenn. The concept of excellence is attainable, but getting there takes a tremendous amount of effort and hard work. The work ethic of our students every day is evident in our hallways. Being a Falcon is about having character, toughness, a strong work ethic, giving maximum effort, kindness, and believing in each other. Our senior class sitting before you is the embodiment of these characteristics. John Glenn is a special place, and being a Falcon is about these characteristics and centered around striving for excellence. I have a quote that I say quite often, but I truly believe in this quote. Lou Holtz once said, "Life is 10% of what happens to you and 90% of how you respond to it." How we adjust the things that happen to us is more important than the event that took place. In life, you're going to experience highs and you're going to experience lows. At some point, you will get knocked down, and how you respond to getting knocked down will determine the next steps. The other evening with my family, I was watching the movie The Martian. Matt Damon's character is stranded on Mars by himself and has to pick himself up after getting constantly knocked down. He keeps solving one problem, and then another problem, and another problem, one at a time, and keeps moving forward. I will not give away the movie for some of you that have not seen it, but how you respond to getting knocked down will show your true character. I have a ton of confidence in this group to pick themselves up and move on. The class motto this year is from Dolly Parton and is as follows: "The way I see it, If you want the rainbow, you got to put up with the rain. These graduates have been through some rain in their years of schooling. Tonight, as we sit here on this beautiful evening, their diplomas are the rainbow of all the achievements from kindergarten through their senior year in high school. I now have a couple of pieces of advice from Mr. Mannering. Number one, set high goals. Setting high goals for yourself and developing a plan to achieve them is crucial. Develop a plan to reach those goals and work to attain those goals. As long as you have grown into successful young adults, the sky is the limit, so dream big. Nervousness equals importance. I say this to my own children when they are nervous or anxious about a certain activity. Nervousness means that it matters to you. Putting time in, effort, and the energy into activities reflects the importance. Getting up in front of all these people here tonight on this beautiful evening makes me very nervous because it's very important to me. Commitment. When you decide to do a certain activity, be 100% committed. It is not always going to be easy, but give it your best effort. I had a former football coach of mine tell me, if it was easy, everyone would do it. You will not be able to do your best if you are not all the way committed. Taking a risk or chance can be very scary. 9 years ago this past week, I took a risk and accepted a position at John Glenn High School. I had never been at a job or even a permanent residence outside of my previous location where I grew up. This is by far the best decision that I've ever made for myself and my family. We could be not more happy, and that we would not have happened if I wasn't willing to take that risk. Mistakes are going to happen. You're going to change your mind, sometimes on multiple occasions, and that is fine. That is the only way you find out who you are and what you want to do. Congratulations to the seniors, grandparents, extended family members, stakeholders here today. Today is exciting and the culmination of so much hard work. I wish you all the best of luck. You are always welcome back here at John Glenn High School. You are the embodiment of a Falcon, and once a Falcon, always a Falcon. I will end this reflection with what I normally say at the end of announcements every day. Go Falcons.
May love and laughter light your days, and warm your heart and home. May good and faithful friends be yours wherever you may roam. May peace and plenty bless your world with joy that long endures. May all life's passing seasons bring the best to you and yours. For every storm, a rainbow. For every tear, a smile. For every care, a promise. And a blessing in each trial. For every problem life sends, a faithful friend to share. For every sigh, a sweet song. And an answer for each prayer. For every storm, a rainbow. For every tear, a smile. For every care, a promise. And a blessing in each trial. For every problem life sends, a faithful friend to share. For every sigh, a sweet song, and an answer for each prayer. For every problem life sends, a faithful friend to share. For every sigh, a sweet song, and an answer for each prayer.
John Glenn High School is pleased to announce the class of 2023 salutatorian, Sophie McLaughlin. Sophie is the daughter of Tim and Dina McLaughlin. Sophie has a 7-semester grade point average of 4.269. Sophie has earned 21 dual credits through Trine University and Ivy Tech. Sophie has taken many advanced placement courses for which additional opportunities of college credit are available. Sophie has participated in tennis, student council, FFA, National Honor Society, League of Extraordinary Falcons, class boards, class president in her freshman, sophomore, and junior year, student council president in her senior year, John Glenn High School FFA chapter president, Spanish club, Falcon Fury, Students Against Destructive Decisions, Teen Advisory Board, Anti-Bully Club, and the Meet Hunger Initiative through the Cultivate organization, and volunteering in the community. Sophie plans on attending Purdue University to study broadcast journalism, and she also plans to minor in political science and Spanish. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present to you Miss Sophie McLaughlin.
Home is where one starts from. T.S. Eliot. I started attending the John Glenn School Corporation when I was in 5th grade. My dad had been the ag teacher here for as long as I could remember. He'd bring me to school along with him sometimes over the summer, and I'd help him water the flowers in the greenhouse or tag along with him and his FFA kids to their contests. My mom just started teaching math here in October of my 4th grade year. After I finished that year at Plymouth, my parents sat me down and said, "Sophie, are you ready to switch schools?" "Sure," I said. I put on a brave face, but inside I felt queasy. The thought of switching schools made me really nervous. I only really had friends who went to my previous elementary school, kids I grew up with and had class with every single day. We climbed on the monkey bars, played hide and seek, and picked dandelions in the field together every day. Who was I going to pick dandelions with at my new school? Would my new school even have dandelions? I was absolutely terrified on my first day at Walkerton Elementary. Now, I wish I could go back and tell myself that things would work out better than I ever imagined they could. Dear 10-year-old Sophie, you make friends, I promise. One so amazing that one day you won't be able to imagine your life without them. And you won't want to. And that day will come sooner than you think. Your teachers care about you so much. They want you to succeed. And you will. You will accomplish so many things. Stay strong and work hard. It will be worth it, I promise. Keep your head up. I love you. Your friend, 18-year-old Sophie. Honestly, I bet we all wish we could go back in time and give ourselves a pep talk at some point in our lives. Luckily, it was at those moments when we did need a boost. We were given pep talks by our teachers, friends, and families then. And they will boost us again when we need it in the future. Because they are our families, and they make up our home. John Glenn has become that second home to me, even though I haven't attended the school corporation for all 13 years of my education. A very, very large part of that is the welcoming and mentorship I have received from the staff here, from all of the buildings. I truly feel like I not only have teachers and coaches, but friends I can reach out to for advice in the future. And I am so excited for the future. We are all so excited for the future. We will all finally have our chance to prove to our parents that we do actually know what we're doing. We are taking our first major steps into adulthood. Some of us are leaving home for the very first time or becoming important working members of society. Whatever changes may be coming your way, they are important. And they won't always be easy. If I were to write a letter to all of you, it would include the advice of always remembering to come back home. Dear class of 2023, congratulations. We did it, finally, am I right? It is crazy how a school day can sometimes go by so slowly, but 4 years so quickly. I wish you all luck. But when things get tricky, and they will, I just ask that you do not forget your support system. Your parents, siblings, friends, teammates, coaches, and teachers. They have created a home for you like no other. Let them help you. You will succeed. I believe in you. Your friend, Sophie. I have been running around these halls with my dad since I was a toddler, and for the last 4 years with you all. Today is my last time, our last time. But it doesn't have to be. Yes, we are probably all ready to be done with high school and move on to our next chapter of our lives, but we cannot forget who helped us get here. Because a notable author, Wendy Wonder, said it best. The magic thing about home is that it feels good to leave, and it feels even better to come back. Class of 2023, we can always come back to John Glenn. Thank you.
The John Glenn High School Class of 2023 valedictorian is awarded to Ryan Shue. Ryan is the son of Douglas and Amy Shue. Ryan has a 7-semester grade point average of 4.295. Ryan has earned 3 dual credits through Trine University and has also earned 3 qualifying advanced placement testing credits, which will translate into college credits. Ryan also took several AP exams for an opportunity for additional credits. Ryan has participated in soccer, cross country, track and field, choir, National Honor Society, League of Extraordinary Falcons, North Liberty Church of the Brethren Youth Group, referee of youth soccer, and has volunteered in the community. Ryan will be attending Purdue University to pursue engineering. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm honored to present to you Mr. Ryan Shue.
Good evening. I'd first like to say thank you to all of those in our lives that helped us achieve success. Thank you to our parents who stayed up late helping us write last-minute essays, our siblings who annoy us so much that sometimes homework seems better than listening to them for another minute, and to all our other family members who have helped us to get to this point. Thank you to our friends who have entertained us through the long, monotonous, boring, and tedious school days. However, we cannot forget to say thank you to some of other things that have helped us reach success. So thank you to Quizlet, SparkNotes, PhotoMath, random teachers who post answers online, and most recently, ChatGPT, which may or may not have even helped me write some of this speech. All jokes aside, on behalf of the class of 2023, thank you to all that have dedicated their time and efforts to us. Success is a word that has been instilled in us from a young age, a word that has driven our actions and ambitions throughout our lives. By being here today, all of us have achieved success. But what does that success look like tomorrow and in years to come? As children, success often meant receiving a sticker on our homework that said something like, "Good job," or "Keep up the good work," with a random picture of a cartoon dinosaur. For some, being chosen as the line leader meant you were the most successful kid on the whole earth. One of my most vivid memories from elementary school was playing what we called fishy fishy at recess. We all took great pride in being one of the last kids left running back and forth across the field. Whoever won the most games at recess on a given day was the coolest kid for the next 3 hours, and everyone loved to be that kid. Our understanding of success was simple and short-term, and that is what made us happy. In our high school and teenage years, success has become intertwined with academic and extracurricular achievements, along with social status. We strive to excel in our studies, to be recognized for our talents, and to fit in with our peers. Some of us here broke records, won tournaments, and passed college-level classes. Others built houses or worked multiple jobs. We all had goals, and while we have fallen short on some, as a class, we have achieved great things together. No matter what you did over the past 4 years, I hope that sitting here today and looking back, you feel successful. As we head out into the quote-unquote real world, I hope that all of us strive for successful lives, whether that is getting a degree, starting a family, founding a business, or traveling the world. Take the time to find what makes you happy and do it. The great artist Pablo Picasso once said, "Action is a foundational key to all success." So let us not wait around for success to happen, but let us create our own. Now we have grown and come to understand that success is a deeply personal and individual pursuit. It cannot be defined by someone else's criteria, but by our own values, passions, and dreams. We realize that true success is not about the number of accolades or the size of our bank accounts, but about living a life aligned with our authentic selves. Success is about finding fulfillment and happiness in the work we do, the relationships we cultivate, and the impact we make on the world around us. It is about pursuing our passions with unwavering dedication and pushing the boundaries of our own potential. It is about embracing failure as a stepping stone towards growth and resilience. Over time, our view of success evolves as we gain wisdom and experience. We learn that success is not a linear path, but a series of ups and downs. It is in the moments of adversity that we discover our true strength and determination. So, my fellow graduates, as we embark on this new chapter of our lives, let us strive not for society's definition of success, but for our own. Let us have the courage to follow our passions, the resilience to overcome obstacles, and the compassion to lift others along the way. I know that each and every one of us here has the ability to reach success and to do great things. So, when we do achieve all our hopes and dreams, remember the words of Kendrick Lamar: be humble. Congratulations, class of 2023. Thank you.
Superintendent Winchell, I present to you the senior class membership of those meeting the requirements to graduate in the John Glenn High School class of 2023.
Thank you, Mr. Mannering. President Maddox and other members of the John Glenn School Board of Trustees, I have examined the high school records submitted by Principal Mannering for candidacy of the John Glenn class of 2023. I find these students have completed the necessary local and state requirements for graduating John Glenn High School. Mr. Christian Maddox, President of the John Glenn School Board, I ask you to come forward and award diplomas to the members of the class of 2023. Mrs. Angie Forsman, Mrs. Danya Hudgen, and Mrs. Sarah Rippey, John Glenn High School counselors, I ask you to come forward and call the roll. Seniors, prepare yourself to graduate.
Would the junior marshals please take their position for the purpose of moving our seniors to graduation?
Ryan Arnett Shue. Sophie Mae McLaughlin. Emily Nicole K. Marzine. Abrielle Marie Baxter. Rowdy Joe Smith. David Jax Gutelius. Eliana Kate Stoner. Isabel Grace Alsop. Melena Day. Stephen Alexander Smith. Haley Grace Eric. Gavin David Banghart. Robert Stevenson Blankenmeyer. Emma Jo Borton. Will Charles Brinkoff. Joseph Edward Buckner. Haley Nicole Buford. Alexandra Lindsay Burkholder. Caitlin Michelle Burns. Sydney Joe Carbiner. Tatum Isabel Carrasco. Wyatt Carteau. Brandon James Christie. Matthew John Shula II. Evan Riley Clanton. Devin McGregor Kraft. Cole Robert Cascaden. Caden Carey Zook. Madison Irene Dare. Madeline Christine Dautry. Jasmine Elizabeth De La Luz. Jose D. Diaz Jr. Rebecca Carey Dillon. Bryce John Henry Dittmar. Cecilia Genevieve Donlin. Macy Joe Douglas. Noah Elliott Dreibelvis. Hunter Duckett. Joshua John Wayne Dunlap. Abigail Marie Elsing. Adamar Ennis. Ambria Renee Farkas. Harold Wayne Flora IV. Ivan Lee Forsman. Joshua Wayne Forsman. Hayden Matthew Franklin. Ethan Howard Frick. Tatiana Gabriana Gomez. Peyton Mila Gapinski. Lorenzo Andreas Garcia. Carly Luis Gears. Jamie Christopher Gierlowski. Willow Marie Gillum. James Michael Greathouse. Taylor Christy Grimm. Madison Faith Gross.
Haley Leanne Halsey. Christopher Wayne Hahn. Bryson James Hanna. Cameron Lee Hardesty. Alec David Hathaway. Kennedy Grace Hayden. Sarah Beth Henry. Eric Andres Herrera. Mariah Jean Higby. Mia Shea Hooten. McKenna Jolene Howard. Kendra S. Humes. Josie Lynn Hummel. Viviana Marie Jenkins. Aiden Charles Johnson. Jonathan Riley Campbell. Alexander Lee Kaser. Oh, I did? Yep. Kanan Anthony Johnson. Samuel Frank Katowich. Riley Jane Kepperling. Nolan Robert Kleindienst. Joshua David Knowlton. Chase E. Kretschmer. Kara Jean Kretschmer. Jordan Lee Cruz. Connor James Lalone. Lyell Kaylin Larson. Nayeli Leaños Regosa. Braxton Anthony Lead. Chad James Sloan Llewellyn. Abigail Elise Linez. Catherine Jade Martin. Lacey Lynn Matke. Aiden Daniel Matuziak. Haley McCann. Morgan Elizabeth McCoy. Maina Kitamura Medaglia. Sorry. Caden J. Miller. David Orem Mills II. Jacob David Murphy. Maxwell DeVoe Murray. Olivia Joy Norm. William Liam O'Brien. I got 3 more too. Haley Ann Oliveris. Landon Ryan Cole Olson. Carly Shea Ort.
Owen William James Packer. Daniel Scott Perez. Jackson Luke Perry. Elias Matthew Peterson. Major Bruce Plunkett. Eudokia Louise Preston. Luke William Price. Jace Garrett Pugh. Kaya Aneen Raby. Gabrielle McKaylin Rochelle. Bryson Lewis Ray Reed. Braden Eric Rode. Preston Philip Richard. Nathaniel Sean Roeder. Lestat M. Rogers. Caitlin May Schlegelmilch. William Schmidt. Miranda K. Sheldon. Emma Ann Short. Peyton Daniel Singleton. Bailey Marie Smith. Braylon Michael Smith. Lucas A. Snyder. Cameron Phillip Springman. Connor Lee Sterneman. Donovan Darren Stewart. Samuel John Strange. Sophie Grace Strange. Ronnie I. Stratton. Levi Santil Stewart. Summer Rain Swiger. Dakota Rose Zachas. Nathan Danny Taylor. Isabella Grace Tribby. Larissa Renee Tungate. Kiera Turnage. Madison R. Tyner. Corey Daniel Van Huss. Cassandra May Van Overberg. Oh, sorry. Cassandra May Van Overberg. Brooke Lynn Vermillion. Ernesto Prahedes Villa. Seda Jean Walker. Philip Friedrich Walter. Alexander James Weston. Bentley Matthew Whitmer. Rain Sierra Wyatt.
Would the graduating students please stand? As the superintendent of John Glenn School Corporation, and by the authority vested in me by the state of Indiana and the John Glenn School Board of Trustees, it is now my honor, duty, and my privilege that I declare you graduates of John Glenn High School. Congratulations.
It is my duty and honor as president of the class of 2023 that we are now graduates of John Glenn High School. Graduates, will you please take your tassel with your right hand and move it to the left with me. This will signify our graduation from high school. On behalf of my classmates, I would like to thank everyone for being here this day to support and honor John Glenn's graduating class of 2023. Please remain seated until the recessional is complete. Thank you all, and go Falcons.